Class, today we're going to be making coil pots. So everybody's going to get a ball of clay. You need to pinch off about a golf ball size. This is going to be a little bit larger. It's okay to go larger because you can always just take off the extra. And you want to roll that just a little bit just so it kind of forms into somewhat of a smooth ball. And then you're going to put it on your canvas paper, because if you don't, it's going to stick to the table and you're going to squash it. So in order for it to have even weight, you're going to put your hands, you're going to put hand over hand, you're going to press down because you don't want it too thick, and this is going to take some pressure, so you might want to stand up. You can get something like that. You're going to take your wooden tool and you're going to try your best to make a circle out of that. Try to use up as much as you want. You don't want your base to be too small, because then it's going to be harder to wrap the coils. I'm going to go back in and press down just so my edges get smoother. Okay, so it's pretty well on there, so I'm going to just tear it off kind of around the edges because it's not as circular as I would like it to be. And that's a pretty good base. I'm going to take the rest of my clay, and not all at once, going to pinch off little pieces here and there, and I'm going to start rolling it. If you notice that it starts flattening, that means you're not giving even pressure. So just kind of barely roll it with your fingers, so you're not pressing down hard, especially at first, and really just throughout the whole process you don't want to press hard. And once it's long enough, you want to use both hands, using your fingers, kind of just gliding over it. And then I'm adding a little bit more pressure, starting from the inside, working my way out. If you notice places being squashed down too much, stop working in those areas and go to the thicker areas. So you want the coils to be like the size of your index finger. For me, I want the size of my pinky because my hands are a little bit bigger. And once I have my coil, I'm going to score, because if I don't score, it could dry and then pop off. When you do scoring, that textured surface allows it to stick and hold onto there. Because if you have no scoring and you place it on there, once it dries, it can pop off. But if you score, that adds texture, and those little spaces in between meet with other spaces in between, and it can hold better. So the more scoring, the better. However, you don't want to score too far out, because then you'll see all your score marks when you piece it together. So you kind of want to just do the inside, like the middle. You don't want to score out too much, again, because you'll see it. Okay, another thing that helps it hold is slip. In our case, we have water. We're just going to dip our finger in. We're not going to smooth it. We just want it to kind of go in to the spaces. Because if we smooth it, that like defeats the purpose. So this acts like a glue. So I'm just tapping all along there. There's two styles that you can do. You can use this entire coil and keep wrapping around and around and around, and at the end you'll kind of have this uneven piece. Or you can go ring by ring. This student, she placed one down and cut off the extra, placed another one down. However, you don't want all of them to be cut at the same point, because that can cause breakage again. So you want to kind of stagger where you cut that and not have it all at one place. Right, once you at it, you can see my coil is kind of flat, so I need to do a better job of rolling evenly and not too much pressure. So you can probably get away with not adding scoring onto like these blank places, but you definitely need scoring at least one. If you want to be extra careful, you should score like every place. You should always have scoring on the base and on the place or on the clay that you're attaching it to. And I kind of like to just kind of press it down, kind of pinch it down, just so there's no you can't see through it, there's no spaces. Okay, so I have my first couple rings, and at the end I'm going to go back and kind of smear those places where you can see my score marks. I'm going to keep going. You want to get at least 4 high is the goal, just because we only have one class period, but if you can get more, that's always better. And you can add extra fancy tops. I'll show some examples of people kind of having a roller coaster top or two. This is getting too big, so I'm actually going to take some off and just focus on the smaller piece. That way I can focus on it being even. Okay, I'm going to go in, score here, score the other way, and score on top of here. Again, add water. And this is kind of the quick version. If I was not recording, I would kind of take my time, especially with the score marks, to make sure that they're not seen. Oh, I'm going to start where the last ended. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to move around. Okay, and then what you could do is like have these extra like floating pieces. Now I probably would use like more because I want it to be intentional. I would probably do the whole top piece. If I went and did another ring, I would probably have them all kind of loopy just to add some decoration onto there. But let's say like I'm done, I would go back and kind of smooth, not smooth too much because you still want it to look like a coil pot. So you still want those rounded rings. But this is mainly to make sure that there's water in between for extra hold, and also to clean up that scoring. So I'm kind of taking my time and pinching just down a little bit. Don't pinch down too hard because again you'll ruin your form, because then it'll just look flat or squashed and you don't want that. So I'm even like using my fingernail to kind of get in there and make sure I'm keeping my form, smoothing it. So I would take my time, however much time you think you need to really get that to look like a nice piece. At the very end, you will write your name, number, room number. I'm just going to write Miss Fowler on mine. You want to press down hard enough so I can see. You don't want to lightly scratch on it, but you don't want to press down too hard because you don't want to go through your base. Okay, so that about does it. That's my coil pot. Okay, these are the other examples here. So have fun. I'll explain all the cleanup rules, and these are going to turn out amazing. Okay, bye.